I would like to welcome in a very interesting young man by the name of Ben Togbay. He is a young entrepreneur, and he's going to be awarded the award by the Rhode Island Black Business Association. So I'd like to welcome this 11-year-old businessman. Thank you very much for coming on, and this here is his friend, Barbie Dickinson. How are you doing today, folks?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. So let's talk about your little business venture here. What is it that you did, and how did you come up with the idea? And did you have fun doing it?
Well, yes, we did have a lot of fun doing it. Me and my business partner Barbie, we run a lemonade stand. We sell cookies, brownies, all sorts of goodies and treats. We have all homemade stuff. And we started off because I went to a couple of camps this summer, and one of them was Boy Scout camp, which is obviously pretty expensive.
Sure.
So we started raising funds for that, and it went pretty good, so we started to build off that.
Excellent. So you started up and you liked the results and you forged onward. Very good. I can see why you were awarded the Young Businessman of the Year. So let's talk about this. What was it that gave you the idea? You said that you had some camps you wanted to go to. One of them was Boy Scout camp, and you said, I need to raise some money to pay for this. So you said, let's come up with a business plan. Is that accurate?
Yes. Lemonade stand, that's always something fun for kids to have fun doing. So we started off doing that, small place in Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
Where you're from?
Yes.
All right.
So it started off there, and then we started to build off of that. We went to bigger places such as the Newport Cliff Walk.
Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of foot traffic at the Newport Cliff Walk.
Yes.
And there are a lot of people who are tired from making that long walk.
And hot.
And hot, Barbie. And hot in the middle of the summer. So they're looking for lemonade. So was that the rationale behind moving it from Portsmouth to Newport?
Yes.
Excellent. So tell us about the cookies. Are they homemade? Do you buy them and then sell them? Or what's the story behind that?
They're all homemade. Everything we have is homemade. We have brownies, banana bread, cookies that we help each other make them, and then we sell them.
Excellent. And I have to admit that I was talking with Ben and Barbie backstage, and they had some of these cookies on hand. And I'm a huge cookie eater. My friends and family can attest to the fact that I love cookies, so I'm a strict judge. These cookies that Ben made were A+. So if you're ever on that Newport, Cliff Walk, and you see this young man right here, you buy all of them, because you will not have any trouble either devouring them yourself or finding friends or family to eat them for you. So I can attest to the fact that these were excellent. So let me ask you this. Now, you're a Boy Scout. Tell me, was there anything that you learned in the Boy Scouts that helped you become a young businessman? Any lessons learned?
Yes, there was some small things that I learned, such as obviously in summer sometimes it's windy out. It's a nice warm day, so the tablecloth, we use a tablecloth with designs on it. I had to learn how to tie different kinds of knots to keep it down, because obviously a regular knot, it's not going to really help you a lot, so.
It might blow away.
Yeah.
So you need a heavy knot.
Yep.
So any other lessons from the Boy Scouts? Any maybe perseverance, or did you have to persevere in this business, or did it just basically just take off and it was smooth sailing the whole way? What would you say? Was there ever a moment when you first started when you said, well, this might not be profitable, or this may not be a success?
What do I always say?
Better than sitting on the couch.
True. That's a great point. A friend of mine who was a salesman for many years, and he was very successful at it, he used to tell me that when he rose to the level of sales manager, he would tell his salesmen who were struggling, he'd say, you're not going to make any sales sitting in the office behind a desk staring at a computer. Get out and knock on some doors. So
that's what we say.
So as you point out, you're going to make a lot more sales out there in the heat with the cookies and the lemonade and the banana breads and the other sweet treats in front of you than you are just sitting in the house, wishing and hoping.
Yep.
So you found that to be the truth.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you got selected for this award. I'm sure people who watch this live or watch this when it's taped after it's taped, they're probably wondering, how did this young guy, young kid, because you're not a young kid, get this award? What happened? What was the process behind that?
So I started off with a small lemonade stand in a place called Island Park down in Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And I met Beth. So I met Beth Murphy Ward.
By chance? She just happened to stroll on by?
Yes. And she came
Did
over.
she buy anything?
Yes.
All right. I can see where this is going.
So she came over, she bought something, and we just started to talk to each other. And then actually, it was a little bit later on that Barbie actually told me that I was nominated for the award, and I had no idea by who. Then later on, she said Beth. I was like, Beth. And then obviously, I figured out who she was talking about.
Right.
Page too.
So,
Facebook page.
What was that, Barbie?
We have a Facebook page too that we started, and that's kind of how she found us. And
Oh.
after her first purchase, she found our Facebook page, and then she started communicating with me. And then, of course, now we also promote our business
Sure.
on Facebook.
What's the name of the Facebook page for everyone out there who's watching on Facebook?
There we go.
They can get
Bees
right on there.
Best.
Bees Best. I like that. A little alliteration there. Two bees
Mhm.
right next to each other.
Exactly.
Excellent. So you're going to be at the gala,
Correct.
which is going to take place when?
Friday, October 6th, so this Friday.
This Friday, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a few minutes with Mr. Gudiabi. But until we get to that point, what else? What would you tell anyone who's watching this, or someone who knows someone youngster like yourself who needs to raise some money, maybe to go on a maybe for a basketball tournament or a baseball tournament or a Boy Scout camp, or what would you tell them to do?
I mean, I would just say persevere, and I mean, obviously you're not going to make a lot of money sitting on the couch. So if you can't pay for it yourself, try and help out your parents. Keep working at it. You're not going to get hundreds of dollars in the first couple of minutes. So work at it. Try and raise some money.
You mentioned profits, and I know that no businessman likes to reveal his financials to the world, but maybe you can make an exception just once. What was your best day selling cookies? How much did you profit on that best day? Because I know everyone's clamoring to hear this. Not to give away any secrets.
309.
Labor Day weekend. Labor Day, we made $309
In how long?
in about 2 to 3 hours.
Wow. I think a lot of professionals who hear that will say, "Wow, maybe I should get in the cookie lemonade business."
Too late.
Yep, too late. We've already got a brand right here.
Yeah, too late.
Excellent. So what else is it that you think folks should know about yourself? What do you like to do besides make a lot of money selling cookies and lemonade? What do you do in your spare time when you're having fun, when you're not at school and you're not running this lucrative business?
I mean, I love to play all sorts of sports. Some of my favorite sports, I like football, basketball, and lacrosse.
Excellent.
Those are 3 of the sports I play.
Josh will love to hear. Our CEO and president, Josh Fenton, is a former lacrosse coach, and some of his son plays lacrosse, so he'll love to hear that. It's interesting to see how quickly that sport is growing. If you ask someone, years ago what sports they played, they'd say basketball, they'd say football, and they'd say baseball. But it seems like baseball has kind of shrunk, and lacrosse has grown. So it's really interesting. Let me ask you this: what position do you play in basketball?
I'm actually point guard. I have really
Floor
good,
general. All right, leadership.
I have pretty good dribbling, handling skills, so I'm not one to always shoot the ball. I like passing to my
Set someone
teammates.
else up. And how about football?
Football, I'm actually starting next season.
Oh, good luck with that. Excellent.
Thank you.
What is your favorite subject in school? And do you like school?
Yes, I would say I do like school.
Excellent.
My favorite subjects are math and science.
Math and science. Excellent. That's great to hear. All right, so if there's anything else you'd like to tell me about this business, one other question I did want to ask is, has this experience made you want to be an entrepreneur as you move forward with your career? When you grow up and you get to be an adult, are you going to want to be an entrepreneur? You want to start a business?
Yes, I probably will. I mean, it's fun for me, as well as I do make money, so I mean that obviously works well, and I have a fun time doing it.
Excellent. Well, Ben, I just want to let you know that in about 15 or so years, you're probably going to be hiring people. And I want you to remember me and remember that this was a pleasant experience so that you decide to hire me someday. I
Right.
kid, but just sort of.
You're
Thank you,
very-
Ben. Very nice to meet you.
Thank
you
Very
for
extraordinary
having me.
young man here. Barbie, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much. Thanks